Right. So let's continue the homework part. Right. LCM. Right. I will discuss one or two questions from this so that you can get a quick refresh for this lesson. Right. So page number 8. Right. Page number 8. I think would be better if I can do part H. To do part H, I gave you a little bit of hint in the last week as well, as I remember. Right? To do the part H of exercise 12.3, right? So before doing that part H, you need to do this factorization before getting the answer. I gave you an hint, right? So I will start by doing exercise 12.3 part H. My link, right? This is LCM or LCM homeworks, right? Exercise 12.3. Exercise 12.3, part H. Part H. So you have to factorize and find the LCM of this expression, right? 3x squared minus 5x minus 2. And the last one is 3x squared minus 9x minus 12. Okay. So at once you can factorize this one in x to the power 2 minus 4. That one is patta easily. Difference of 2 squares. So this 4 can be written down as 2 to the power 2. If you know how to write it, you can directly write the answer x minus 2. X plus 2. Right. So as I told you in the last week, so here you have 3, here you have 5, here you have 2. And when you consider that particular expression in a maker, right, you cannot find any common factor, right? You cannot find any common factor before factorizing this quadratic expression. Right? So there is no common factor to get out from this before factorizing this. So, and you are going to compare that with this one, the last quadratic expression. Today මේ අද අලුතෙන් ආපු දෙයක් ඉන්නවා මේ LCM lesson එකේ homeworks ටික discuss කරන්නේ, right? After that I will begin the triangle part 2, right? It will take like 20 to 30 minutes, right? I'm telling this Omaya, right? මම හිතනවා පුතාට ඇහෙනවා ඇති කියලා. So පුතා මේ right, okay. So this one, when you compare this part with this part, right, you can see a different thing. So the different thing that you can see is, right, here you have number 3, here you have number 9, here you have number 12, and you need to clearly see that here you have a common factor to take out from the bracket before factorizing this. Right? 3, 9, 12 are multiples of 3. Right? Make multiples of 3, multiples of 3, 9, multiples of 3. Then, so you have to take number 3 out from the bracket before factorizing this. Otherwise, right, you will factorize this, but you will get bigger number. Right? To find the suitable two numbers. Right? So, first of all, I will do this one, then I will do this one. Right? So, here you do not have any common factors, 3, 5, 2. So, you have to factorize this all. So, I will write 3x squared, right, minus 5x minus 2. Right? So, here, what you are going to do is, right, so first of all, right, I think you can remember what we are going to do, right? අවුරුද්දෙන් පස්සේ මතක නැතුව ඇති Right. So this is your initial term, middle term, and the last term. Right. I am going to fully remind this. Right. Fully refresh your knowledge. Yeah? Right. So this is the initial term. This is last term. So that I need to get the multiplication of initial term into last term. Okay. Initial term into last term. Right. So this is my initial term. Positive 3x squared. Last term is negative 2. So I am going to multiply those two. Right. Positive 3x squared multiplied by last term is negative 2. Right. Right. So equal mark positive into negative, negative 3 times 2 6, 6x squared. Right. Then my middle term, that guy is we are going to split into two terms. Middle term minus 5x. Sorry. Minus 5x. Right. Okay. Super. So this is my small table. Right. When I am multiplying the two numbers, that I am choosing here and here, same thing. Right. When I am multiplying, I need to obtain negative 6. Right? I need to obtain negative 6. When I am adding the same two numbers, I need to end up with negative 5. Right? Negative 5. Okay. So, and I told you, before finding out the particular two numbers, we need to decide what are the signs of the two numbers that we are selecting. Right. So, here you have negative number. So, multiply these two numbers, you need to end up with a negative number. Right. So, there is only one possibility that you can get negative sign when you are multiplying two different numbers. Right. So, that possibility is one number should be negative, the other one should be positive. Right. This should be a negative number, this should be a positive number. Definitely same apply here. Same thing applies. Right. Right. And by looking at the negative sign, right, when you are adding these same two numbers, you need to end up with negative number, negative result. I need to end up with the negative result, but I have two directed numbers with two different signs. So one is negative, the other one is positive. So I need to end up with the negative value. So the biggest number should be negative definitely. Right? Now the sign is okay. Sign thing is okay. Now I need to choose suitable two numbers which satisfy both of these conditions. Right. So I think can I get 2 and 3? Let's check it out. 2 and 3. So biggest number should be negative, right? Biggest number should be negative, negative 3. This is positive 2 definitely. Right? Positive into negative, negative. If I multiply them together, then to negative, negative 6. This one is okay, right? But I have to check the other one as well. This one, when I move, I need to check that, right? So this is for multiplication. Make a right? Now I am going to add these two numbers. Wait. 2 girls and 3, sorry, 2 boys and 3 girls. Are you ending up with negative 5? Never. You will end up with negative 1 when you are adding these two numbers, right? Positive 2 plus negative 3. Right? Negative 1 will be the answer. So this is not the thing. So, sir, අපිට 2 and 3 ගන්න බැයිද කියලා අහන්න බෑ. Right? You need to know how to add the directed numbers from your grade 7 and grade 8 knowledge. Okay? Right. So the other possibility is 6 and 1. Right? So biggest number should be negative, as I told you here, because you need to end up with the negative value. So this negative 6 should be, sorry, 6 should be the negative. 1 should be positive. Right? Right. So the negative into positive, negative. 6 into 1, 6. This one is okay. Here you have negative 6. There you have positive 1. So definitely you will end up with the negative 5 when you are adding these two. Here 6 girls, here 1 boy. So 1 girl can go with this one boy. Right? So the remaining girls will be 5 girls. Right? අර පූර්ණ ළමාවිය සංවර්ධනයෙන් මම කියලා දුන්නා. හරි. එච්චර මම බේසික් කියන්නේ නැහැ. හරි. බේසික් කියන්නේ නැහැ එච්චර. Right. Okay. So our two numbers will be 6 and 1. So my 6 will be -6 and +1 this one. Right. So this is the suitable answer for which satisfy both of these. Right. So I think you know that, but I am refreshing your knowledge. Right? From 0 to 0. Right. So here you have 3x squared. This -5x can be written down by using these two numbers. Right. I am going to split this 5x by using these two numbers. Right. -6x +1 means +x. If you add these two numbers, you need to end up with -5. Right. This. Right. So here you have -2 equal mark. So when you come to this place, you need to know how to get the factorization. Highest common factor is here you have 3, right? And also 6 can be written down as 3 times 2. And x is also a common factor, so take out 3x from the bracket. If you take 3x out from here, the remaining term is x inside the bracket. And here you have negative sign. And here you have 6 divided by 3, 2. And x has been already taken out. X minus 2. Right. Here you have x minus 2. So definitely you need to obtain x minus 2 here. X minus 2 in positive x. Inside the bracket also positive x. -2. Inside the bracket also -2. So no sign changes happen. Right? No sign changes happen. So you have to take +1 out. Right? Right. Okay. Now you can see x minus 2 and x minus 2 common. Take it out from the bracket. Write the rest of them. 3x plus 1. 3x plus 1. Alright? Done. So this is the factorization of this guy. X minus 2. 3x plus 1. Yeah. Right. I will factorize this. So how am I going to factorize? Before doing this factorization, I will take 3 out from this because I have seen this 3 is a common factor for for all of these numbers. Right? So 3 can be taken out from the bracket so that I can have something like x squared minus 9 divided by 3, 3x minus here 12 divided by 3, 4. Alright. What is the limit? So you have to factorize this one by using the same method. X squared minus 3x minus 4. And what is? You have to use the same way to factorize. Right? So I'm not going to write much more things. Initial term into last term will give you -4. Right? Middle term is -3x. Right? This is 4x squared. Sorry. Right. So when you are multiplying the two numbers, you need to get -4. When you are adding the two numbers, you need to end up with the -3. Right? Right. So this is my small table. First of all, before deciding the two numbers that I have, I am going to decide the signs. I am going to decide the signs. So same as the previous, when you are multiplying these two numbers, you need to end up with the negative sign. So definitely there is only one possibility you can end up with the negative sign when you are multiplying two different numbers. Negative into positive, or positive into negative, vice versa thing same. Right. So I will write negative into positive. Definitely it applies. And by looking at this guy, when you add these two numbers, you need to end up with the negative sign. right? Negative sign. You can decide my biggest number should be negative definitely. Now the sign thing is okay. The sign now very clear, right? Then you need to decide what are the two numbers that is suitable for here and here. Same two numbers come up here, right? When you multiply the two numbers, you need to end up with 4. When you add, you need to end up with 3. So definitely it should be 4 and 1. Now don't ask from me, sir. But 2 times 2. 2 times 2, 4. Hurry. Yes. Negative 2, 4. Positive 2. Check it with this guy. No. Right? So that the only possibility is negative 4, positive 1. If you have any other things, you need to check out for both of these conditions. Okay? Negative into positive, negative 4 times 1, 4. Right? Negative 4 plus 1, negative 3. Done. Perfect. Both of them are satisfied. Alright? Right. So I'm going to factorize. Equal mark. Here you have x squared. This is the middle term. So we are going to split this middle term into two terms by using this number and this number. Right? So that means this is negative 4x. Right? Negative 4x. Positive 1. Positive 1x. So that means positive x minus 2. Right. What I see? Here you have x to the power 2. So x is common for the first two terms. So write x minus 4. If you do the factorization here clearly, this x minus 4 should be here. Definitely. Right? Then take positive 1 now from the bracket. Right? Because no sign changes happen. Positive x remain positive x, negative 4 remain negative 4. Done. Perfect. So x minus 4 take it out from the bracket. Write the rest. X plus 1. Done. So this is the factorization of when the move. Only this one. Not 3. So Uda, you can complete the rest of the thing. 3 times. Instead of this quadratic expression, you can write this factor and this factor. 3 times x minus 4 x plus 1, because I have factorized this quadratic expression like this. So you can replace this guy with these two factors. Correct? Right. Now easy to find the LCM. Distinct factors with the highest power. Distinct factors with the highest power. Right. So I am going to find out which are my distinct factors. So here I have x minus 2. Okay. Are there any x minus 2's here? Yes, here. Right. So power is x minus 2 to the power 1. So no need to mention that. And x plus 2. Okay. Are there any x plus 2's? No. X plus 2. This guy is done. Here you have x plus 1, right? Okay. Here you have x minus 4. All of them are distinct, different factors. And 3x plus 1. And also, don't forget this number. Write it in front of this. So, Ikuda, this is your LCM. All are different factors. None of it is repeating. Repeated dividend. So, this should be yours. Right. Are you clear? Do you have any questions from this? Homework, sir? You can ask. If not, I will continue. Right? Do you have any question? Or shall I continue? Right. Oh, right. Right. Great. Hmm. I have a good news, but it is not confirmed. Harith, if I tell you that earlier, so and if I am not able to satisfy that, right, I'll become a liar. Right? I have a good news, but I'm not confident enough to say that. Harith, so that I will keep calm, right? I will keep uh, right calm and I will move on. So when it is confirmed, I will say what is the good news. Correct? Right. නැත්නම් ඔය කලින් කිව්වොත් එහෙම මම වෙනවා බොරු කාරයෙක්. මේ හින්දා මේ once it is confirmed I'll let you know. Right. So the from right, I think this one is enough. Right? Then I will discuss some more examples from in the next week as well. Right? From the mixed exercise, second question, page number 8. There are like part D and part T. Most important part, right? Most important factorization that we need to do and complete. So if you are able to do that page number 8, last part, part D and part T, perfect. Right? You will score for this question. Right? And also, may other, right? Like 9:30, I will end up the class. Right? 9:30 වගේ මම class එක ඉවර කරනවා. මේ පොඩක් bad condition. Right? Okay. Let's move to the next lesson, triangles part 2.